Thursday, September 13th, 2018. We are looking at supposed Hurricane Florence. Now, they been hyping this storm up for a week, saying it was a Cat 5 with 83-foot waves, Fox News said, record high or whatever. But today, we can see it's moving northwest towards this transmitter and Morehead City, North Carolina. Now, I kind of called this a couple days ago. I said things to keep in mind because this Pacific transmitter, I always see leaving interference spikes around it. And, you know, this is from September the 11th. It's got it highlighted here. I said I always see this transmitter in Morehead City acting crazy. Other things I made in this post was 500 properties in Wilmington were designated within FEMA's special flood hazard area. Then this was in July, okay, which caused insurance issues for many residents. Another thing to keep in mind, just to ponder, AT&T is putting up 5G wireless networks in Raleigh and Charlotte. They're just things to ponder. Now, we're going to go up here and look at more recent posts. Actually, here at the top, I started covering Florence 2 weeks ago, August the 30th. But we want to get right into to this storm today. Now, once the NexRads were up in their nightly bloom, right, and then these certain ones die right here. And early this morning, I seen which ones died, or not died, but you know, they not bloomed up anymore. And then I drew this red line because that's where this storm is going to be allowed to move in. Right here, look at compared to the buoy data plot here, it looks fairly similar. But also what I'm talking about, once this storm gets more towards this transmitter, we're going to start seeing what I call interference patterns around it. That's what, when I say this transmitter does crazy things, or like in this post that I had made, I wish people wouldn't tag me so much, that I said the results are in. It looks like it's being pulled towards transmitter and Morehead City, North Carolina. Now, what I mean by that is that, well, first off, I know that this transmitter and Morehead in the past, and quite frequently, gets these interference spikes radiating around it into a vortex pattern. They usually spins around it. Okay, so when we're looking at this map, here's the most recent image. Once this gets up close to there, we're going to start seeing these interference patterns radiating from that transmitter. I'd almost bet you, I don't know what I'd bet you, but you know, I'm going to bet you. Here's the base velocity. We take a look at that. Now, what this shows is wind direction. The green, that means it's blowing towards the transmitter, which is right here, and the red is flowing away. So we can see this storm is moving right up towards this transmitter. Now, we'll take a look at the past 24 hours. Now, this is from early this morning, and you know, just so we get a good look at it. You can see these ones die down, right? So then it's got a place to move in. Now, later tonight, we're going to see it bloom back up, and then early in the morning, wherever we see the NexRads die down first, that's where the storm is going to move. Okay? So, now we're going to move on to, here's a geocolor image so we can get a good look at the aerosols all around this storm in the peripheral. Okay, we can see that real good. see it real good on this one. Look at this mass behind it. I mean, just grody. Locally, it was raining this morning for the 7th day in a row, but it cleared up just a little bit, and we could see the sun today for the first time in 7 days, so yay. Now, here is the upper level water vapor imagery. You're going to see this area, orange area right here. What this is an installed area of high pressure, okay, which is going to force the storm to basically stay there, right? But somebody else pointed this out to me. They're like, do you see the clouds over Kansas and Nebraska? Do you see this? This is from them forcing the high pressure down on there. So essentially it's like smashing the clouds down, and then you can see the frequency patterns from the microwave energy, the heated air that they're pressing down on this. I mean, look at that. Tell me that's natural. Let's take a closer look on one and see if it can get zoomed in on one. Or is it Nebraska? It was one of them. Frequency control. But we'll move right along. Here is looking at Florence currently. I did see a couple planes fly overhead, but they weren't leaving the trail. But they will be soon. Take a closer look. I'm up here in Western Maryland. Like I said, we finally got to see the sun, as you can see. But we had these popcorn ionized cumulus clouds, because these always pop up where you see these all bloomed up. These popcorn cumulus clouds, what you would think are natural, always pop up where the NexRads are bloomed up. Here, it's out in front of that storm. You can see all the chem spray. You can see them laying it both ways. There was another one that was really good. Oh yeah, you can see them. This is further south. You can see them lighting flares there. You can see the frequency patterns in that. Chem spray behind it. And this is the eye. Well, it's not really an eye now. Now, like I said, they claim this is a Category 5 storm. We can still see the frequency rolls in North Carolina. They claimed it was. Now we're going to look at projections. Okay, this is the GFS model, and this is rain accumulation totals. So we'll jump ahead about a week. Okay, as you can see, 35 inches in Morehead there, on down to Wilmington, 17. But we can see where the majority of the rainfall is going to be. It's North Carolina. What else do we want to look at in case you guys want to see the storm path of what it's planning on doing? And this has been relatively the same for the past couple days. And it's going to ride up the mountains and catch a ride out. So someone in South Carolina was asking if they'll be alright. You're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. So yeah, besides that, we'll check the buoy data, because I still went past that one buoy last night. It said 44 knots, which is equivalent to 51 miles per hour. This one, wave height, 25 feet. That's, I guess, could be considered significant. And we got 40 knots. So that's roughly the same as miles per hour. So it's 40 couple. So we're not getting very high wind speeds, which is good. but they're still going to dump air in between Wilmington and Morehead City. So, like I said, once this moves in later, we're going to start seeing interference patterns, spikes around it, like I got pictured here. I mean, it might not look exactly the same, but we're gonna be seeing that. And I showed you the projection, the accumulation totals. So, you know, if you're in that white area, blue area, and you can expect some flooding. Anyways, that's my report. Actually, there was something here somebody pointed out to me. It's a big old zap here going up on the microwave energy map. Now, I don't know, but it's aimed at this one Helena storm. But you see multiple eyebrow beams down here, bow beams, and then one bzz, and then a bzz up straight through this storm. So we're going to have to pay attention to Helena here. I don't know if they're trying to kill it or what this big zap here is for. That is a crazy one. I've never seen like that before. But anyways, that's my report. Sorry about you guys down here on the coast of North Carolina. I mean, they told you a week ago. This map here hasn't changed. This has stayed the same. I mean, they keep giving people models. It's all kinds of crazy and getting people scared. And, you know, that's part of the, like they used to say, the farmers and weathermen work together. You know, big snowstorms come and go get your eggs and milk. Well, it's the same today, but it's a little more, how would you say it, conniving or evil. Disaster capitalism. But anyways, that's my report. We'll check back in tomorrow and see what's going on with Florence.